The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Hello and welcome into Season 3, Episode 3. We've got a coach, we're in a car, and it's time to get some coffee. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside Carson-Newman's co-defensive coordinator and Linebackers coach, Tyler Almond. Tyler, thanks for taking some time off the practice field and doing the sensible thing, which is to caffeinate yourself.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you driving me around in your Mercedes-Benz.
False.
Got it going.
It is a 10-year-old Honda Accord.
Let's go, man. Let's get us from point A to point B
That's
just
right.
fine.
I'm a big Honda guy.
We got car seats in the back. I know all about
that. You probably more than most not only know about the car seats. What's your caffeine intake like? Four kids, including one still in diapers. How we sleeping? That's the real question.
I'm not sleeping. I mean, I'm sleeping as soon as I get home. Pretty good, obviously, with camp going on. My wife is an absolute saint, as I'm sure you could probably attest to with your wife too, but she's the one that doesn't get a lot of sleep. She's working a job, she's taking care of the kids, and we've been moving quite a bit, so shout out to her. I love you.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong about that statement, especially at this time of year. The lifting that is required from the spouse. What is your worst level of sleep that you've encountered with your kids?
With the kids?
Yeah. What's the worst that they've put you through?
The worst thing, the kids sleep pretty good now. We don't have a baby. We do have one in diapers, but the thing is they find their way into our bed in the middle of the night. I don't usually wake up until they kick me in the face.
Yeah.
Because they're like little helicopters in there, they move around. And when you have four in a bed, we got a good sized bed, but the math isn't just good. And somehow I end up with a little sliver of the bed,
The math's not good with the one for us that can find its way. I can't imagine four. Linebackers. I know it's your first year, but it's a group that returns a fair amount of talent. And when you think of Carson-Newman's linebackers, I think you have to start with Mekhi Brown, reigning freshman of the year. Obviously, he can't repeat, but had a stellar season, first freshman in the last decade plus to lead Carson-Newman in tackles. What are your impressions of him through a spring practice period and through a handful of camp practices?
Mekhi is just a phenomenal athlete. I mean, he is, and he's very, it's very awesome to have an opportunity to coach him and kind of inherit, the reigning freshman of the year in the conference. But he's one of the better, talents that I've been around, and still, a young linebacker. So he's still trying to figure out some of the fundamental things, and we're trying to sharpen that, Once he figures that out, I think he'll be a guy that will get a lot of accolades, continue to receive a lot of accolades, and help us as a team too.
I think the big thing for him, unbelievable how much he has matured from his redshirt freshman season to his, or from his true freshman season to his redshirt freshman season, but seeing it even more now as he goes from redshirt freshman to sophomore. Has that borne out for you in your interactions with him?
Oh, absolutely. I think coming in as a freshman and you play right away, you're swimming, trying to figure out a scheme, you're trying to figure out this college life, all that stuff. That's difficult. And then to be playing and to be a very big contributor on defense too, you kind of have a leadership role that you inherit and how you deal with that. And so that's where I think he's continuing to mature, is becoming a guy that can show what it looks like, and not just be a talent on the field, but to help us in that role too. And so that's something that he's improved at a lot and is going to continue to improve too.
I presume it's useful as a coach at a new institution when you can come into a room and have several guys that have played a fair bit. Christian Hicks, another one of those who started every game last year, number 2 on the team in tackles. And again, a guy that, at least from my vantage point, which is a little bit further removed, a guy that seems to have some leadership capabilities to him. How nice is it to come in and have some pieces kind of settled?
Christian's been phenomenal. I can't say that enough. He has been maturity-wise, leadership-wise. He's just, first couple days here, there's some things and stuff like that, and we had a good discussion. It was just like, hey, you got to figure out this leadership thing. You're an older guy, and he is just absolutely, watch out for that car. Yeah. He's just absolutely taken that leadership role and ran with it. And I was expecting a big year out of him, but he's one definitely talent-wise too. I mean, he's probably fundamentally one of our best guys.
All right, we're rolling up to 60 beans here, and so far in this season of Coaches and Cars Getting Coffee, the coaches have been no frills.
Really?
No frills. Are you a no frills coffee guy?
I don't know what you're talking. I'm not going to get anything sweet or nothing like that.
You're no frills
but
coffee guy.
I will go caffeine. You can caffeine me up.
So what are you looking for? Are you just straight ice black coffee kind of guy?
Yeah.
You going hot coffee?
If they got like a cold brew, I won't go hot right now. Okay. Even though it's a little cooler.
You're not crazy like Weiser drinking a hot coffee at 96 degree temperature?
I'm going to need some ice right now this afternoon. But I'll go, something cold brew and.
Okay.
Just go there.
You're just simple.
Nothing. Yep. Just straight black coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's been very little variation among the coaching staff this year, and it is, to me, disappointing.
Oh, really? Yeah. I bet you the first one that's going to, you won't be surprised. The first one that will order a Frills coffee is going to be our offensive line coach, Tanner Fleming. He drives a Tesla. He's the only offensive line coach in the country that drives a Tesla. He'll probably get your filled coffee. That'd be my guess.
Goss has pulled out some stuff through the years.
Could be Goss.
Goss ordered a hot chocolate last year.
Yep, I could see that.
Goss ordered a hot chocolate last year.
Yeah.
But coming up on the midpoint, Johnson Jameson's our next one. Johnson famously combined a coffee and a bang.
I can see that.
Defensive line coaches. Yeah. But he's mature. He's got kids now, and needs to take care.
I bet he's doing that right now in the facility, getting ready to do all that equipment too.
Yeah. So no frills. Do you compare the linebacker room to any particular coffee?
Oh, just that highly caffeinated. Kind of got to watch. You can over caffeinate them. Just black coffee. Straight to the point.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're a fun bunch to be around, man. We got a lot of good kids, and we've been blessed with this community too. Just coming here to Carson-Newman, being around all the people here, and we went over to the president had a big old barbecue for the entire team. You don't see that everywhere. That's special.
You also don't see a president, as in Charles Fowler, who can cook a pork chop.
Oh, and there's 200 of them at that.
I know.
Yeah. I forgot my wallet too, so you're covered.
Yeah, of course I got you. Of course I got you. Howdy.
Hey.
I would like a large, dirty iced chai.
Cold or hot?
Cold, please.
What is a dirty iced chai?
I'll educate you here in a little bit.
I'll take a...
Large or small?
Large for me.
I'll take a large... do you guys have cold brew? Large iced cold brew, please.
All right, will that be all?
That'll be it. Thank you.
Thank you.
10-7.
So a dirty iced chai, you're combining tea with a shot of espresso.
Ooh, that's a frill.
Is there more sugar in the cold brew?
No, please.
Yeah, I prefer a little something. To me, right at this stage, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something that has a dessert feel. Okay. That's where I am in my day.
Early afternoon.
Yeah, a little something sweet.
Now, did you have coffee this morning?
Of course.
That's it.
That this morning just had a little splash of of milk and just 1 scoop of sugar.
There you go.
Like a little sweet, a little undertone.
Yeah.
But now a little post lunch dessert coffee.
Yeah.
Or in this case, my thing too.
Tea.
I can't repeat. That's
Okay.
my goal through doing these.
Okay.
I've got to order 8 different.
So what'd you order yesterday?
With Weiser, it was a caramel macchiato.
Okay. All
With
right.
with Slade, it was an iced mocha. So
Yeah.
that's your Cav coffee tracker.
You got all.
you
You got it all covered.
And we'll figure out where I go. Johnson Jameson is scheduled for episode 4. I don't know where I'm going yet.
Yeah.
I might get
Probably.
I might get the Pink Lotus drink.
Oh, I didn't see that.
I might switch it up a little bit.
Purple Rain.
But that's not coffee. And
Yeah.
you were bringing up the community, and
Cold brew.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's it. Look at that. That's a good looking cold
That
brew. Look at
is.
the color in that.
Yeah.
That's a good. Again, 60 Beans does it right. Does it
60
well.
beans. I've never heard of it.
You're talking about the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I do think it is a town, an institution that values and appreciates quality football. Do you have the sense of being a caretaker a little bit because of that? Especially given, if you look at all the really great Carson-Newman football teams, defense plays a role in a lot of those titles.
Run the football and play defense. That's kind of been the model around here. And this is one of the first places that I've been to, that really has had that tradition. And I could tell you, you feel the weight on your shoulders a little bit in a good way. But it's definitely better than, going somewhere where they don't have that tradition, they don't have those expectations and standards. And you walk around anywhere around this area and beyond even, and you're wearing this logo here, and people are going to stop you. They know what it is. I got an opportunity to recruit South Georgia this spring, and every high school I went into, you figure the D2 coach, someone might not know everyone. They know Carson-Newman, they know Ken Sparks, they knew the legends. There's a lot of legends down there coaching that came through here, and so that's been nice to experience that.
Now, you are a man of a certain age, and what I mean by that is that when you were coming up in high school, in my humblest opinion, that was the prime time of NCAA football for the GameCube, the original Xbox, the PS2. Was that part of your life in high school?
All right, so I got it. So my parents bought me one game console, me and my brother. It was a Nintendo 64. I don't remember when we got it. I think we might have forked up half the money. That was the deal. And we never got another game console. I still have that game console. We had the players over for a barbecue a few weeks ago. They got on it. I'm undefeated at the game because they don't know the controllers. But that was our game, 007 on the N64. Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart, all those games.
So the return of NCAA college football isn't as potentially an alleluia moment.
Not for me.
Yeah.
I did think about, for 1 second going and picking it up and seeing what it was about, because I did play the game when I went over to a friend's house and stuff like that, but I figured that the game came out and we were out in practice. So
You're not playing it.
I wanted to be playing
that was for me as well. Do I want to do this? When am I going to play it? And the answer is not for another. Not until after football season's over.
Exactly.
That's interesting. I would have. I had you pegged for a potential college football. Insert your mid 2000s year.
Yeah. Those were some good years.
Yeah, they were.
But I grew up on the West Coast, so it was, those were USC days.
Right. That's right.
So it was definitely a good time for me growing up in that area. But not a gamer.
You got 3 weeks before the season kicks off. What is there to work on for the linebacker room and let's touch on a few more names because we've only touched on Christian and Mackay. What's there to work on for guys like Jake Cottle, Justin Rouse, Isaac Boliber, guys that have been in the program and have shown flashes? What's it for them to take that next step?
I really think we told this, it's not just coach speak, but they're all competing for jobs. And I think that those guys at the 2 and 3 positions, I mean, it's so competitive right now. We mentioned those 2 names, and those guys got a lot of accolades, but I think the culture that we're building too is, we're going to have anybody that can produce and help the team out. They're going to find ways on the field. So all 3 of those guys that you mentioned are doing a great job. Jake Cottle obviously played a lot of football last year, started quite a few games too, and made a lot of plays. Justin Rouse has been around, older guy, really gets it, understands it. Isaac Boliber is going to have a bright future here, always in the right spot. And then we got a transfer of Cruz Temple from Arkansas State and East Carolina before that is so far has done a really good job. I think will be a big contributor for us this year too. Is
there a freshman that, again, I know it's early, you're when this airs you'll have had 1 practice in full pads. Is there a freshman that excites you? Yeah, they all excite me. All of them are going to have bright futures here if they keep working at it. I think the expectation when you're a freshman too, most of them come in expecting to be a starter right away. It's just a different game. There's different speeds, there's different talent levels. They've all stood out. Jordan Thompson's one that we recruited out of Langston Hughes in Atlanta. He's really done a good job too, and needs to continue to grow and work on his craft and stuff like that, as they all do. But he's one that has stood out. JD, John David Mason from Rogersville, Alabama, but you don't know where that is. No,
I didn't either until he showed me. But he's done a really good job too. So, and we got a lot of other ones too that are doing a good job.
All right. Well, I've got to brush up on my Alabama geography now because of you. So shame on you, Tyler. Appreciate the time. Hopefully, the cold brew aids your camp voice. You gotta wet in that whistle.
Oh, no doubt. I need a little honey. I should have put a little honey.
You should. Have you? Honey, excellent sweetener in a coffee. There's your Adam Cavalier tip for the day. Tyler Almond, I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier. Coaches in Cars Getting Coffee, episode 3, done and dusted. Thanks for watching.